But I need for David Tepper to get up out of here. Like what? Like for real, for real. Not like personal conduct policy fine or even suspension. That's not going to amount to much because they never come down as hard on owners as the policy suggests that they should. But like, it's not just the throwing of a drink or whatever, or ice, whatever was in the cup at a fan, which the inverse would have gotten that fan removed from the stadium and banned for life or worse, right?
That's right.
It's that he's an embarrassment to the league at this point, and he's a type of owner, chairman, whatever you want to call him, that, and I know there's only 32 GM jobs, I know there's only 32 head coaching jobs, but based on what you hear on the inside, based on what you see from the outside, that ain't nobody people want to work for. And poor Bryce Young, hell, he'd have ruined Lamar Jackson. I'm glad he didn't get Lamar Jackson because they'd have found a way to screw that up. Poor Bryce Young, his career is being ruined. Fish rots from the top. It rots from the head. That was one of the most embarrassing things I've seen in a long time, was an owner losing his cool and throwing his cold drink, as we used to call it, throwing his cold drink on some fans. Like, I don't care how much money you have. We talk about what a privilege it is to be a part of this league and a privilege it is to play this game. Like, you don't belong in this club. You don't belong in this club. Poor Scott Fitterer, that's a GM that's unfortunately got to deal with his shit for the time being. Whether he gets somebody else or another head coach, whatever he's doing, like that team is never talking about color purple, Michael. That team ain't going nowhere ever as long as he's the owner of that team. He needs
That's right.
I wish there was a way to vote him out. Vote him off the island. Get him up out of here. Same way they did Dan Snyder. I know they ain't the same person, but they're same-ish. There's similarities there. Get him up out of here. I'm sick of that dude already.
Let's make the connection though. And I agree with you, but let's make this connection, Michael. We just talked about owners, multiple, not David Tepper and others, many others, who decided that they didn't even want to talk to Lamar Jackson. They didn't want to. They couldn't talk to him. They wanted to go. I remember Jim Irsay saying, "Well, he wants a guaranteed contract, and I don't believe in that." Oh, Jim, did you talk to him? Oh, you didn't talk to him. So this is hearsay.
Right.
You don't even know. What, did you call the brother? No, you're just going based on just the scuttlebutt, the gossip. So why don't you do some due diligence and bring him in? But owners who wouldn't do that, and yet David Tepper is in the club, there's a connection here. And the connection is they will take your money whether you're qualified or not. They'll take your money now to be a part of this exclusive club. And so I think that's part of the issue with the NFL and NFL ownership. The only threshold is how much money you got. Oh, okay. You got enough money? Good. You'll come on in. And at some point, I think the league has to be a little bit more discerning. You can, and no, I know this is totally unrealistic. Here I am being idealistic. You can get as much money as you want. At some point, maybe take a little bit less in exchange for somebody who is more in line with what an owner should be, not just for the league, but for a community. Because the NFL and the Shield, I'm not even getting into that. If you're in Carolina, you're in the Carolinas today, you're not proud of that. You're not proud of him. He doesn't represent you, probably doesn't care about your community, is invested only financially, but certainly not emotionally. Doesn't reflect the values.
He doesn't know what he's doing, and yet he's got his hands on everything. Yeah, no.
Yeah, get out of it. Get him out. I'm with you. Get him out of there.
Hey, thank you for watching Brother from Another. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do that now. Don't forget, you can catch us 3 to 4 weekdays on PeacockTV.com and on Sirius XM Channel 85.